It got pretty scary there at times. I thought my tent was gonna break. There he comes, there he comes.
There's literally never seen anything like that.
This is the entire crew we've been talking about the whole time.
Oh, we're going hunting today.
Oh, that's a big daddy.
Big boy.
See an elk. Huge bull. Huge bull.
Well, that wasn't very fun. Got pretty windy last night. I didn't sleep well at all. Whew. Let's hunt though.
Windy one.
Jeez. Did you sleep?
Could have been better.
That was my worst one in a while.
It got pretty scary there at times. I thought my tent was gonna break. And then it would calm out for like 5 minutes. We're like, finally.
You see an elk?
Yeah. And this broken stuff.
You might see it.
Yeah, he's coming this way.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that looks like a super mag, dude. Looks like super wide. You ready to kill your first bull?
Yeah.
Jeez. Should we get the phone scope on him?
Probably. Still see him? Yep. Well, no one's in there, I guess. Who knows what those guys are doing, honestly?
If you haven't seen the last video, we were hunting right in this little basin here. We got pretty dang close to a 6-pointer. This morning, we woke up and we were packing up camp, and Grant got eyes on some guys on some horses. That bulls between us and horse hunters. It seemed like last night when we were leaving, there was multiple bulls in here. Just got eyes on what looks like a really big one, and probably a different one than what we've even seen yet. We're just gonna move our way down through here. I mean, we know they're in there, just don't know what the competition's gonna be like with other hunters, but I think I'm feeling pretty excited about it. I mean, that looks like a huge bull.
I could just do it now. About 7 miles in. I wish they would have come and talked to us. I don't know what you do, really. Eat some breakfast and move on. Finish snacking and hit the trail. We're fueling up first. It's about noon and we're walking up this ridge. Down here to the right is this dark timber where we saw the bull that we hunted last night. We're gonna just work right on top here. Just cast calls down below us. Do a little bit more cruising and bugling. See if we can get more fired up middle of the day here. We gotta meet the rest of the guys probably about this time tomorrow. So we're gonna hunt our way back through some dark timber and just see if we can get some bugling. All right, it's operation go where horses can't. We're going straight up and over. This is putting us like several ridges away from the trail. If there was ever a place for there to not be horses, it would be here. It's super steep, running all the way back down to the road, which is like 5 or 6 miles away. And I just don't think too many horse hunters are coming up here. Could be wrong, but it's kind of the goal. Just find something super steep, suffer, and then be in the action. Just antlers sticking up, velvet. About to drop down here on this north-facing ridge. We're gonna camp up to the left of that pond over there. This is on the first day is where we heard those two. We're above them and I think in a pretty good spot. I just saw the butt. Maybe it was a cow, but it seemed like it just ran off down the way we're heading. I'm sure it's just been watching us. I think we're just gonna keep working down. Cow calling. Place is lit. Yeah. Up in here to the right. In that direction. It's almost elk. Yeah. See an elk. Cow. Elk. He's large. There he is. We can continue to stalk closer through this timber. Go straight to him. Just using as much cover as you can. Hey, we could set up right here and try to call him. I think we go up there. There. See him? Probably gonna be a 70 when I get to that tree. That's the little one. The big one's over there. Try calling. Back all the way to camp and then just be here first thing in the morning, at least to listen. Wow. I've literally never seen anything like that. Sounds like there's two, like... Oh yeah, he's fired up. There's Magnosaurus, Lobosaurus Rex over here. And then there's what sounds like pretty good bull over here. And there's two dink necks over here with Slobosaurus. Whoops, we found the hole. Let's go set up the cave. Figuring out how you're gonna kill him. Not him. But one. He did that pterodactyl scream. Think we're gonna get one before the boys get here, or no? Yeah. There's gonna be some cows out there, but no bulls. But we are gonna hear a bugle up in the timber. Thermals are still gonna be dropping. We're gonna come up below him, get on the same level as him, and go. Maybe start raking a little bit. And then he's gonna come in, I'm gonna guess 22 yards. Broadside. Yeah. Okay. I think we'll be sharpening knives by 10. Yo, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
We're just listening to the madness.
Just crawling all over. How far away are you guys from the trailhead?
We're probably just gonna have to bust it back in the morning.
Is anybody else out there?
We've been running into hunters, but, you know, it's still like there's just so many elk. It's crazy.
You were 40 yards from one tonight?
Last night, we glassed him up with like maybe an hour left. Just cut a bunch of distance and we just ran at him.
Is that supposed to be the lower point then?
Well, I'm trying to talk him into it still, but we'll see. We'll just plan on seeing you sometime tomorrow.
Yeah, dude. Well, hopefully you're coming back with one less arrow.
I hope. All right, we'll talk to you later.
All right, good luck.
Yep, see ya. Sounds like over where we heard him the first day. And you heard him just twice. Yeah. It's not a bad thing. No. I wanted to sling one in the wallow. You're in the meadow. Meadow sling. I think we should still be going there. Yeah, we're going to check there and then just work out this. Oh, this is the morning update. It's heard 2 bugles after hundreds last night. We got some boys coming in today, midday. Pretty excited to get a crew in here. We got Colin, we got Ben, and we got Logan. We gotta get some more people in the mix out here. Zach's insufferable. They were bugling last night, but they ain't this morning.
not feeling confident. Easy. So this is the entire crew we've been talking about the whole time. We've got Ben Robinson, Colin Miller, my brother Logan Farrenball, and Grant McCrabb. Being just with Grant out there has kind of been a grind for me mentally. Finally, some relief.
Keyword me, my hunt.
We've got a mouse in the back of the truck, and I thought it was gone, but it got back into my drawer, and there's a lot more mouse sign in there. So these are easy to use. The jaws. When we get back to the truck, we're gonna see if we have a bull elk, and we're also gonna see if we've got a mouse. Sweet coffee cup, mouse turds in it.
Let's pretend like those aren't even there.
A year later, how's it feel?
Actually, the opposite knee still hurts every day.
Tough shit.
I'm not ready anyways.
No, buddy.
Yeah, boys. Insert comment. How many guys does it take to kill an elk?
Just wanted to take a minute to just tell you guys how much all this means to me. To be able to hunt with my friends like this, and super thankful walking out tonight that we get to do this and share the elk woods together every season. Thanks for the support. If it wasn't for you guys, we wouldn't be able to do this. It's good to get the old tent back out. I was feeling a little rough coming up that hill.
I know you missed your mom, but it'll be all right.
I hope the tarp works this year because that's all I brought. I don't even have a tent in the car, so. The wind's not blowing, so if it starts raining, I might have picked the wrong direction. It ain't nothing but a chicken wing, really. And it just makes me look cooler than the rest of these idiots.
Dude, it's for the gram.
All you guys have the same tent.
The guy that doesn't have Instagram is like,
Yeah, dude, it's totally for the gram.
that's why I'm out here. Left on Sunday, slept a couple hours in a Kansas rest stop, and I felt like I was gonna pass out walking up the hill. So hopefully tomorrow is a little better than that.
You think we're gonna hear bugles tomorrow?
Oh God, certainly. I kind of want to hear one tonight. I also think you'll have to wake me up with maybe a rock. If I get up and bugle, what do you think? 5:30's good. 5:30's plenty of time. Probably like 10 o'clock. I was thinking like 11 for brunch. Yeah, I got some tea brunch. I have a lot of Celsius. Your heart's gonna explode, guaranteed.
Something that if you guys can fit in as much as possible is anything along the lines of, Grant, are you ready to go get your first bowl bag?
Sure am.
As long as I don't start thinking about my mom too much.
Great clip I've been kind of running through my mind is he's out there chasing cows. He comes up around one of those pines about 7 yards. Bugles right in our face. Low growl dinosaur screamers. And I'm mid-draw. I turn back and say, I miss my mommy. And I lace him. Coming home, Mom. Morning. We're actually camped in the same spot that we camped on the first night Grant and I were here. There's bulls bugling in the same spot. Not hearing them super frequent, but it wasn't about to. We're hearing that super frequent, I guarantee you. We're in the game. Cover those eyeballs, get those eyeballs. There he is. Grant, there he is.
Is he good enough?
Is he a shooter?
Snort that? Oh God.
Direct brain hit.
Chew it. I like to chill in my coffee.
No time for coffee.
I look the best.
Colin read the instructions.
That's such a good insult. Man, you look like somebody who reads the instructions.
Not very good at this. Now I feel pressured.
And you don't need them.
That didn't work.
First time, if somebody told me I didn't need my contacts.
I literally probably wouldn't make it out of here.
I'm blind. He did.
I actually don't need them. I don't have health insurance, so I have to save them up.
Yeah.
for important occasions.
Let's just dip it back in there and get it cleaned off a little bit. You're stressing me out.
I normally get it on the first try. Wow, I'm not gonna be able to get it now. Thanks, guys.
Positive thought. Did you get it, see?
Oh, it's in there. Just gotta keep this eye
It
closed.
looks good. You look comfortable. You tell me there's grizzlies here. Oh, we're going hunting today. Dude, that's awesome. I can't wait. Colin's eyes on one. Any good ones?
I can't tell through my binos.
Can we get the spotter out?
Yeah, it's worth it,
Right,
probably.
let's get it. Are they up in that drainage?
See that brown patch? They're up there. Good thing you guys brought me.
That's our spotter. You talking way up high?
No, not all the way up. If I can see him, let me get it.
Oh, I see.
Mr. Experience.
Touche. There.
Yeah.
They're going right through that saddle, man. That's a freaking spot up there, dude. That same trail.
We could just set up on that for the next couple days.
I mean, honestly, you'd kill one.
You could in the morning for sure.
You would have killed one by now had we just set up there. There's a whole bunch of cows down here. I'm pretty sure that's the bull right there. Or a bull. Yeah, that's a big daddy. Gee, it's a good one. Big boy. He's kind of doing the rutting.
He can't even walk straight.
I'm gonna call to him.
Got another one over here.
Where?
Between tree line and the top of that ridge.
Okay. Yeah, I think I see him. What I'm looking at looks like it's for sure a bull.
Above tree?
Yeah. God, these guys are making it look easy. What have we even been doing, G?
Just eating snacks and taking naps. Maybe a cow down to the right.
He's chasing her uphill.
That's good for us.
Is he coming this way?
Is he going to the food plot?
Cow knows what's happening. Well, what do we even do?
Do one of these.
I'm looking sad, Daddy, one more time here. You don't want to see it. Honestly, as the tag holder, you shouldn't see it.
Freak me out. We'd probably be up there by now if Colin had gotten LASIK.
He's also trying to run off another bull. There's two over there. Yeah.
I don't know, it seems like it might be worth letting him grow another year.
Wow, nice. Let's go get him.
They're here. Seems like we should go too.
He smell like yay.
He's bugling. Right up where we hadn't been. Just kind of still hunting through this. Thermals are still dropping down the hill. We sound like a herd of elk. It's pretty awesome. Got a couple people calling and breaking sticks. We're just moving slow. Big one, and they're like all over the place. It's pretty sweet.
We know he's there. We don't have to get crazy with the bugles on our end for a while.
Yeah, I agree.
Especially if he keeps doing that every 10 minutes. We got all day, Bubby.
So I thought like right here. It's one of those. Oh, wow. deal?
Like I'm talking, guys. That was like 100 yards. Yeah, it was close. Close a lot. I'm just wondering if we don't go right into here. Just don't want to walk across that sunshine necessarily, but we got nothing right here. Gotta do something. When's the last time we called? Way down there. Yeah, way down. Okay, honestly, you guys get it. Moved up quite a bit. We'd heard him pretty distant. We were standing there taking a layer off, and all of a sudden he bugled, and he was like way closer than he's been all day. Sounded like as soon as they bugled close, they just moved straight up, and then they've since went quiet again. What do you think, G?
I think we're gonna get him still.
Oh yeah, I can smell him. It seems like to me that he's this direction. That's what my gut's telling me. What about you guys?
That wind should start to blow up.
Yeah, and that's why we're thinking kind of go in that direction. And then just cut straight in on him. We had that bull run by us probably at 100, 150 maybe. Bugling. It seemed like he just came straight up the mountain. So we just been walking up and we just heard him again a couple times. He's a little bit below us. Wind is super good. We're just gonna slip down a little bit, cut off 100 yards or so and make it sit.
We'll just stay 30 yards behind you.
Just remember to have fun.
Don't forget to have fun.
Consider calling in the next 50 yards. Yeah, I'd like to get about as far as we can see. Probably is going to be the most aggressive move, but just slightly afraid of walking through that little bit thinner where the sun's shining so much. Just ease through there. 70 up there. The big bull was in that group, but they just started going straight up above us. They were slightly higher than I think we originally anticipated. I thought they were going to be more just straight on our level. I didn't mean for him to think that I wanted him to bugle if he did. I don't know how that message got across necessarily, but I think it's one thing if you're doing it at first light or last light, but like, I think we learned last year that if we come in with the bugle a little too early, middle of the day like this, it seems like they just get up and try to move out. I'm not saying we wouldn't have incorporated the bugle at some point. I think we just did it way too early. Like we had been in this setup for like 5 minutes. We'll go back and see what they saw.
I was trying to figure out what you were trying to say. I was trying to make hand signals with Zach, and I didn't realize Ben could see.
Yeah.
Like, I did it right here, and you could see it.
It's like, boom. We did everything so perfect. So, good job. We got right in on him.
Let's establish this now that it's too late. I'm gonna do this and give you a thumbs up.
Like mid-bugle, I look and you're like,
Yeah.
I gotta finish it. I'm not gonna do it.
Yeah.
So when I stopped you, I could see him right here. And then as soon as you stopped, Zach out called and he turned around and he came back this way. And that's why I was just holding you like this. He was right 60 yards that way, straight up.
I think they just smelled us. Yeah. I can see so many elk going through the frame. I think we just have to match their mood more. But hey, we're learning. It's seriously nobody's bad. Don't, like, everybody did so good.
Where'd he go?
He like bugled again down there.
Yeah, there's another bugle down there. Once he was repping, another one piped off.
Yeah, that's what I think we. Yeah, and that might be the really big one, so we could go get her.
Practice run.
It almost has to be the big one.
Just spook all the medium and small ones.
Well, that was the plan.
The medium one.
Big old chocolate horn just glistening.
They get that 6th point laying down on his back.
Get them ivory tips.
Found a lucky horseshoe buried in the mud.
Gonna make this trail lucky forever, dude.
Yeah, good luck trail.
We're actually on the good luck trail, too.
We are on the good luck trail.
So as it turns out, that day, we weren't on the good luck trail. After that herd smelled us and ran off, we moved to a high point that was above that meadow where we saw the big bull earlier in the video. Our hope was, as it got later into the evening, we would start to hear bugles or get eyes on elk down in that meadow. A few hours before dark, we ended up hearing bulls bugling. And we started working our way down the ridge towards them. And at this point, we thought we had plenty of time.
Incredibly untimely. I just don't want to be in a bind at full draw. It's true. Let her rip, buddy.
Some people's kids.
How'd it go? Good, let's kill.
Ready to kill.
I just had to get my mind right.
As we worked our way down the ridge, we saw a couple of cows down in the meadow, but the bulls were bugling further down the mountain. As we got closer and closer, we realized that these elk were in a really tricky place, and this is a place that we ended up hunting a lot throughout the rest of the hunt with Grant. As we worked down the ridge, we anticipated being able to pinpoint where these bulls were bugling from, but that never really was the case. As we got closer and closer, we realized that this was a pretty tricky terrain feature that the elk were in. Because we ended up hunting this terrain feature and learning a lot about it when we were hunting with Grant, I wanted to talk about what confused us the first night that we hunted the place that we'll call the hole. There were 2 creeks that came together in the hole, and the running water in that area drowned out a lot of the sound. So as we got closer, it became harder and harder to pinpoint exactly where those elk were. The other factor that affected our ability to pinpoint those bugles was the fact that the valley was so narrow. It seemed like when the bulls would bugle, the sound would bounce off multiple hills. Between that and the sound of the running water, it was really hard to tell exactly where they were. So even though we thought we had plenty of time, the problem was we never figured out exactly where they were. That first night hunting the hole, we weren't very aggressive. As we hunt that area, we get way more aggressive, and it ultimately helps us get right in the action. For the remainder of this hunt, we ended up hunting the same general vicinity on one mountainside, and there were 3 spots on that mountain that we consistently hunted and saw elk in. I've already mentioned the hole. Another spot that we ended up hunting was the meadow where we saw the big bull earlier in this video. We'll call that Magnum Meadow. And the last place that we hunted was the north-facing ridge. As the sun set, it started raining and we set up camp a little frustrated, but feeling pretty optimistic for the next day.
So is this worth our time? You never came to elk, can you?
Thoughts on your first day of being part of the elk team?
Sweet. Yeah, it's awesome. Love carrying heavy things through the woods and paired with hunting. It's pretty cool.
Yeah. What are your takeaways?
Give better hand signals to Ben. Just better communication.
One takeaway is when it starts raining and you start putting all your stuff in the tent, make sure that you put your puffy jacket in there. Because I didn't. And I was drenched. It happens.
Give me a combat shot.